Hey, this is Evan with Octane Electrons, and we're going to do a video now doing a full test and demo of the Innova 5610 scan tool. This is an OBD2 scanner with bidirectional capabilities and a lot of features, so we're going to take a look. So we have our unit. You can watch the unboxing video to see what it comes with. Box is down there. So we've got our OBD cable to serial cable plugged into the unit, and I have my tablet with the Repair Solutions app as well, so we'll look at that in a minute. So here's the unit. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in down here. Let's see if I can show it. My truck has OBD port down on the bottom there. It's a 2007 F150. So it'll go ahead and start up. I'm going to turn the key on. Okay, the unit should start up and link. Okay. All right, so you'll get on your first startup, or on every startup it looks like, I turned it on once, you'll get the Repair Solutions app reminder. So you can hit skip. It'll go to the main menu with all your emissions monitor readiness info. And we'll go ahead and look at the app first. So I'm gonna leave the unit here and grab my tablet. I just have an Android tablet here, and I've downloaded the Repair Solutions 2 app from the Android App Store, and I already started it up and logged in. You just make an account. It's really simple with your email and a password. I'm going to allow notifications here. Okay, and I did already pair it, so I think it'll it's very simple and steps you through it, asks you if the unit's on, and then it'll require Bluetooth permissions, and then it should pair with the Innova tool. Okay. Then it'll go ahead and generate a report. It'll ask you for the mileage on the vehicle to generate an accurate report. So this truck has 35,700 miles on it. Generate report. And it'll take a few seconds. And then I haven't gone through the report yet, so we'll look at it and see how this works. Okay, so here's our whole screen. So no engine codes found, ready for emissions test. That's good. Emissions readiness light, green, yellow, red. This truck's green. And like you can see, this truck has low miles on it and doesn't have any problems. There's no codes or anything thrown on it to look at. But we'll take a look at what these maintenance items and repairs are. TSB and recall 0, warranty info. It's an 07, so I'm sure it's far out of warranty. Cost to own, vehicle history report, and an app review. So let's go up to the top here, tap on results, and shows us the status of all the emissions monitors. Misfire, fuel system, just tap on one of them. Tells you what they do, and tells you if they're completed or incomplete. So all of mine are complete. Great. Go back. And report 102 should be my current report. Let's look at maintenance items. Okay, so it gives you a bunch of estimated maintenance based on the mileage you entered. So I'm at 37K, so it's saying at 40,000 miles, here's what estimated cost and repairs are. That's pretty cool. Oil change, oil filter, and then advisories for air filter, fluids, battery, check exhaust system, check fluid leaks, horn, inspect wheels, and you can schedule an actual maintenance with the Repair Pal tool, it looks like, so I don't need to do that. But that's pretty cool. Let's go back to the menu. Let's look at predicted repairs. Okay. Based on our data, it's likely following repairs will be needed in 12 months or 15,000 miles. 7% replace camshaft position sensor. Maybe, but I doubt that anytime soon, but we'll see. Replace catalytic converter, 14%. 9% replace evaporative emissions purge solenoid, and 17% replace ignition coils and spark plugs. Well, I've already done that on this truck, but interesting. So I guess it knows. That's kind of cool because it knows. Can't tap on them for any more info, but it has an estimated price over here too, which is cool. So I guess it knows what your vehicle is from the VIN number and all, and then can estimate upcoming possible repairs based on that vehicle year and all. So that's pretty cool. Let's look at pull up recalls based on your vehicle. That's really cool. Let's see. All my recalls are from 07 to 09. Let's see if it'll give me a description of one. Yeah, recalling corner and bumper lamp assemblies. Not too worried about that. Let's look at one of the others. Here's one. Certain headlamp assemblies sold for F150s. Okay. Yeah, they're all about headlights. Okay, well, pretty cool. That's awesome. It can pull up recalls based on the actual vehicle and technical service bulletins, but nothing listed for this truck. Okay. Let's look at warranty details. Basic coverage, 36,000 miles, so that's not useful, really. So it shows you nothing to tap on. I think those are just estimates based on most vehicles. Okay, cost to own. Let's look at that. So it'll calculate maintenance, fuel, repairs, insurance, and depreciation. So that's pretty cool. This truck gets pretty horrible mileage, like 11 miles per gallon. Let's say gas is $4 a gallon. My insurance is, I think it's cheaper than that. Let's say I think it's like $500 a year. Annual mileage, I drive about 6,000 miles a year maybe. And recalculate. 5 years cost $22,000. So that's cool. Interesting tool. Okay, I've got all that. And vehicle history report. Buying or selling through VIN data, it looks like. Okay, well, I don't need a report on this. I don't want to pay for one, but pretty cool. You can do that right from the app. And that looks like it. We can go home, erase codes, view live data, and there's a live data. So there's quick links down at the bottom here. Sorry, it's hard to focus on the shiny screen. Home gives you your overview. Report history is what we were just looking at. Live data. Could not link to vehicle. Okay. And settings. Okay, cool. Well, that's a pretty good app. That's useful. I like that. Let's get that out of the way. I could definitely see that being useful. It's got some nice functions built into it, so I like that. All right, let's take a look at the actual tool now. All right, here we go. Okay, so I've used other Innova tools. They have a similar button layout. You got these two kind of wheels on each side, up and down to select, to change items, enter in the middle to select one. These are like hotkeys that'll change based on what's on the screen. Erase codes, system status, trouble codes, and freeze frame. Power and link, which we're already linked. We don't need to do that. Menu and live data. So let's see what we got here. So all of our monitors are ready. We already know all that. No hotkeys on this screen. Nothing to select. I'm not going to erase anything because I don't have any codes and I don't want to clear all the emissions monitors. So let's hit system status and look at, okay, global OBD2. Let's see. Okay. That is the global OBD2 menu that we were at. All right, let's look at ABS. Is this your vehicle? Yes. Ford ABS. No ABS trouble codes. Okay, great. I knew that. SRS. It's the airbag restraint system. Let's see. It should say no codes. Unable to establish communication. Yes, it's on. Yeah, so it may not be able to talk to that. I've noticed, this is an older truck. Not all of the modules are going to be supported on every vehicle, so I'm not going to worry about that. Okay. Oops, I did that again. Okay, let's look at TPMS. I already know this truck doesn't have it, so we'll probably get a similar error. Okay. Ford OEM enhanced. Let's see what we got. Continuous memory DTCs. Ford OEM enhanced continuous memory DTCs. Turn ignition off, then back on. Okay, off, back on. System pass. Okay. What other Ford OEM enhanced options do we have? So I don't know. Oh, key on, engine off, key on, engine running. So these are different tests you can do with the, let's see, key off, engine off. So let's see. My ignition is on. System pass. Okay. I'm in my warehouse here with the door closed, so I'm not going to start the engine up. And let's look at all module scan. I think this will go out and query all the computers in the car and then see if there's any codes in any of them. Okay, great. Then it'll show all the modules that it talked to. Powertrain, ABS, 4x4, driver seat, temperature controls, instrument cluster, parking aid, and vehicle security module. No codes anywhere. Let's see, can we go into them? Yeah, you can go into them and look, but there's no codes to display. Okay, so we've looked at all the systems. Let's see what else we got here. DT codes freeze frame. That tries to go into a particular one. So I'm going to go back to system status. Okay. Module selection. All right, let's look at, I know this does bidirectional. I bet you select it through here. So let's select instrument cluster module. And it lit everything up as a self-test. So it's talking to the instrument cluster module. Right on. Okay, one moment please. Okay. Continuous DTCs or on demand? Let's see. On demand. Okay, it's still running a self-test at the instrument cluster. Let's come back here. System pass. Okay. Let's check driver seat module and see what it does. It's moving my seat. Okay, continuous DTCs. System pass. Okay, so this will let you run tests on each of the modules. I wonder, let's see. Generic electronic module. Cannot communicate. Okay, that's fine. All right, cool. Let's go to menu and see what else we got here. Just so I can be sure. Let's try power link. I think that is going to make sure it's connected. Let's check. Communication error. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the main screen, system status. All right, menus. Let's see here. Active test. What do we have? Powertrain control module. Okay. Engine RPM, fan control speed, emissions canister tests, fuel pump increase, decrease, fuel pump on, off. Let's see if we can turn it on. This parameter is output from the ECU to control fuel pump duty cycle. Okay, let's see if we can run it. Conditions are not correct. Okay, that's no problem. Okay, trying to go back. I think it's still waiting. Let's see. Okay, can't control the menu right now while it's waiting, so there we go. Okay, so we're back at the active test menu. Let's see what else we can select. Most of these things, I'm assuming I wouldn't be able to command right now without the engine running. I wonder, generator voltage desired. Condition, turn engine on, ignition on, engine off. Value 11 to 16 volts. Let's see. Screen info not found. So I guess I can't change that. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, I wonder if some of this stuff is only supported by newer vehicles. I have found, testing a lot of different scanners, this older truck doesn't support everything out there. A lot of scanners can detect a lot of modules on the vehicle, but you can't always control everything in them. So I'm not positive that this older truck actually supports some of the bidirectional tests, even though it can detect the modules. Well, I'm not sure how to go back from there. All right. Not sure if it stopped or not. I'll go ahead and cycle the key and the unit. 1 second. We're gonna plug it back in again. All right. Okay, there we go. Let's go to the main menu. Okay, let's look at special functions. Correct vehicle. Nope, do not support special functions for this vehicle. Okay. Service reset. There's nothing, no monitors on this, so we can try oil reset. Yeah, but no procedures available. Yeah, this truck doesn't support them, but that's great to have all this. Battery reset, steering angle sensor, electronic parking brake, DPF for diesel particulate filter, ABS bleeding. This truck does support that. I've done it before, but I don't want to start the cycle here and run the pump, but that's great to have here. So we've got lots of good service functions in there. Let's look at service check. Transmission fluid temperature. Okay, it's the only item it shows. OBD mode test. OBD monitor test. Let's see. Okay. Exhaust gas sensors, catalyst monitor, evap monitor, misfire. Let's look at one of these. Misfire cylinder 2. Shows the data, no counts for it. Okay. Alright, let's go back to OBD tests, evap, and IM monitor tests. Test request sent successful. Okay. Let's go back. Okay, and battery alternator test. Let's see, battery test. Let's see here. Vehicle prepared. Transmission not moving. In park. Brake is on. Continue. Turn on headlights. Okay. Done. Going to run through and I think check battery voltage and see how much it degrades with the load of the headlights on. It's a good way to load test the battery. That's a pretty nice function to have built into this. And you don't even have to connect to the battery terminals in the engine. So I think that's pretty smart. Turn off headlights. Okay, so now we remove the load and it'll probably check again. Start the engine one time. Okay. Right on. Turn it off. Battery status good. So it'll show the voltage, show the drop with the headlights on, the drop with the starting motor, and that it comes back up correctly. So great. That's a very useful test. Right on. I'm not going to run the alternator test here because it'll require the motor running and I have the door closed in here. Drive cycle procedures. Complete monitors. And all mine are already complete. Yeah, so I don't want to do any of the testing there, but that's nice to have for emissions testing. DLC locator. I wonder what DLC, I think that means the OBD2 connector. Let's see. It's the 2007. Oops. Next page. Ford. Okay, next page. F150. Oh, right on. Located in driver's side understeering wheel column. DLC is uncovered. Yes, it is. Oh, very cool. I can't believe they have a database of that in here. Okay, nice. Vehicle info. ID. Yes, it's an F-150. Available modules. We've already scanned those, but that's great to have the list. Don't know what IPT means. O2, catalytic converter, EGR. Air comp. So I'm not sure what all that is. Looks like various emissions related components. And firmware version. Tool library. Oh, good. So you have like a legend and library and stuff for the various functions on here. Tool settings. And that's all of them. Let's take a look at live data. So I hit the live data button down here. Live data not supported for this vehicle. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I've seen that many times that this older truck just doesn't support all the functions. So, back to menu, and we'll go back to system status. And global OBD2, which is that main screen it should load to. Communication error. Oh, helps if I turn the key back on, sorry. Let me get back to the main menu. Then we'll go back and look at live data because that is probably why it said it was not supported. We'll check. I believe this tool lets you look. Skip that. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to hit live data. Let's see. I thought I had the key on when I turned the truck off. I guess not. Okay, there we go. So it does support that. So let's see. Let's look at load, engine RPM, vehicle speed, spark advance, intake air temperature. Here, let's look at throttle position sensor. Okay, great. So I'm going to hit graph. And if I hit the throttle, let's see. Oops, there we go. Awesome. Okay, so we can graph live data. So let's see if I get all of it. So I'm at 0 right now, or throttle off, but it's never going to be 0, so it's 10% or whatever it said. There's full throttle, almost 100%. Right on. Let's look at text view. There we go. Okay, I'll go back to graph. 2 graphs. Oh, right on. Okay, so it'll let you show multiple graphs of different items. So we're looking at TPS versus O2 sensor right now, which is not super useful, but it just puts some various monitors in there. So TPS, O2 sensor, and I don't know what STFT is. But let's go to select one, hit enter to superimpose. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So we can look at multiple data streams on the same screen with multiple charts. So that's very useful. Right on. Let me go back to text view and see actual numbers. Right on. Okay. So I think that's all the functions we can look at here on this truck. So again, that's the Innova 5610. It's a full function scanner, bidirectional tools, live data. Works great with the Repair Solutions 2 app. So I think this is a really excellent unit. Comes in a nice case. It's a good size, full features. So yeah, I would highly recommend it. Works great, and this is one I'll be keeping in my truck. All right, thanks for watching. Take care.